Hello students, welcome to Love for Reasoning. Today we are going to discuss a high level rectangular question. Earlier we have discussed a high level row arrangement. Now today we are going to discuss a high level rectangular seating arrangement. Those who did not watch my previous video, please watch the row arrangement high level. In that video, I clearly taught you what are the conditions, what are the rules. You have to keep it in your mind in order to solve all the three different arrangements. And I have come up with these questions because they are very important in the banking sector examinations. These questions are going to be coming very often for you people, so that it may be difficult in examination without having any proper knowledge on these questions and without any proper practice. So in order to avoid any confusion or in order to eliminate whatever fear you have got, I'm trying to teach you all different models of questions. So here we are going to discuss a rectangular based high level arrangement. I will try to come up with the more circular arrangement and as well as some square arrangement as well. So many students asked me whether is it really going to take so much of time in order to solve these kind of questions. No, do not understand, do not come to a conclusion by just length of the question in your examination. A big one is going to be very easy, a small one is going to be very hard. If at all your examiner decides to trick you, obviously they are going to be in a different format. They, believe me, they appear to be very simple, but they are not going to be that easily you are going to solve those questions. So please make sure you try to solve that question within the limited time. I'm teaching you here a question with the all conditions and as well as I'm trying to explain each and every sentence, so it is taking me a bit of time. But in reality, when it comes to solving on your own, it doesn't take a lot of time. It is going to take a very few minutes because you don't have to explain it to anyone. You are trying to solve it on your own, so obviously it would take only a couple of minutes to solve the question. What I am trying to teach you here is what conditions should be. Keep it in your mind, what are the different ways of approach and how do you understand the sentence. So that is why it is taking me a bit of time. So without wasting our any further time, let us move forward into the question. So in this question we have got 10 persons. Okay, so GEO, do not read who are those persons in the examination as well. I am not going to concentrate who are those persons, because as soon as you go through the lines in the question, obviously you are going to come across those people. So don't worry, don't bother about who are they. Now, seated around a rectangular table forming arrangement 1, they are made to shift their positions and form arrangement 2. They shift their positions again and form arrangement 3. So please, it means people are going to shift their places from 1 to 2 and 2 to 3. Definitely that's going to happen. They are not going to sit in the same positions. Some of them may sit or may not sit. We do not have that understanding in the given line, but it is mentioning same 3 arrangements are not going to be there. People are going to shift, and in every arrangement one person is sitting at each corner. In every arrangement, do remember, in a rectangle 4 corners are there, so each and every corner is going to be occupied a person in each and every arrangement. One person is sitting at each width and 2 persons are sitting at each length. So 1 is at width and 2 at the length, and all of them are facing inward. In each and every arrangement, these conditions are supposed to be followed. Now, by just observing this information, let us draw our rectangle and try to solve the arrangement 1. Here I have got my rectangular table. As we discussed earlier, the question is very clearly saying, the conditions are very clearly saying, every person should be seated at the corner of a rectangular table and 1 person at the width and 2 persons are along the length in each and every arrangement. So I've got my persons, and please do remember to write down the left side and right side. Why? Because if you write these information, if at all you write the sides, it's going to be very easy to analyze and understand the question without having any confusion in your examinations. You can apply your own left side and right side, so that it is better. Even though you are an expert, you are a beginner, you are a moderate guy who can solve the questions, it doesn't matter. Always try to place the left side and right side, which is going to give you a very good clarity about the question. So let's observe the arrangement 1. What exactly our arrangement 1 is saying? Let's observe here. D is sitting at one of the lengths of the table. It is clearly mentioning that D cannot come at the corner. D should be definitely seated towards the length of the table. So D is sitting to the immediate left of T. So please observe here, D is sitting immediate left of T means D's left side T should come, or T's left side D should come. Obviously from the right side you need to understand the information from the person's point of view. Right side person's point of view, you need to understand this information that T's immediate left I have to bring whom? D. And please do remember, in the arrangement of circular, rectangular and square, immediate keyword is not going to trouble us whatever we have faced in the row arrangement. Please remember, in the row arrangement, if the keyword immediate is missing, you are going to receive a lot of possibilities. But when it comes to the circular arrangement, square and as well as rectangle, you don't have to worry about this keyword immediate. Even though it is available, if at all it is not available, it's always going to be immediate only. Right and left are nothing but what? Immediate only. So let's try to go with this information. I'll try to write down D over here. This is the place I am going to choose, because D should be sitting at the length only. You cannot allow D at corner. See sir, why did you place D here only? Why cannot you go with the other positions? Yes, I can go from here, but my right side and left side is going to be interchanged. So I don't want to confuse myself in examination. The clarity is going to be here. And when your examiner says that a particular person should come at corner, you try to pick this position, because it's going to be very easy for you to observe your right side and left side. And if at all they are talking about length, you can choose in between these two. Now this is going to be my position as of now. Now earlier we got this information, D should be sitting immediate left of T, or in other words you can understand in this way. D's right side, that too immediate is nothing but this particular position. I have to bring whom? T. So T's immediate left to D, or D's immediate right. Even though immediate is observed, or if at all it is given, not given, it doesn't matter for us. It's always immediate only in the rectangular. Now here, what is the next information? Let us see here. N is sitting exactly opposite to T. Now exactly opposite to T, this is the position I have to bring whom? N, correct? Right. And what is the next information? G is sitting second to the left of N. Now please understand, G's left side N or N's left side G. As I told you very clearly, from the right side person's point of view, you need to remember this condition. So N's second left, I have to bring whom? G. So N's second left, as we already got right and left here, without causing any more problem, I can allow G at this particular position, first left and second left, correct? Right. Now let's move on to the next information. What is it? Two persons are sitting in between G and U. Now this information is saying two persons are there in between G and U, but it is never revealing whether it is towards the right side or left side of G. Is it mentioned? No, it is not mentioned. So we are going to observe from both the ways. So right side, let's observe 1 and 2. Yes, this is clearly vacant position. I can bring U, but you are not certain. You cannot place there itself. You need to observe the other possibility as well, 1 and 2. No, it's not possible. Somebody else is already occupying. So I'll try to bring U here opposite to D. And what is the next information? R is sitting second to the right of U. Second to the right of U, please observe, second to the right of U here is 1 and 2. See, this is your left side. Okay, please do not apply your own sides over here, because these persons are going to interchange their sides when you compare to yourself. So now second right I have to bring R. This is the position. Clear? Right. Next, what is the next information? Let's observe this. O is an immediate neighbor of R. O is an immediate neighbor of R, but not D. This information, a negative information is occurring over here, and that negative information is actually mentioning with whom? Obviously D and O. D and O cannot come adjacent to each other or neighbor to each other, next to each other, and is, but all the three keywords are observing, or all three keywords are actually saying regarding the first person. So O should be a neighbor of R, but O cannot be a neighbor of whom? It seems D. Okay, now our neighbor, this position, immediate right or immediate left, can be assumed as what? Neighbor. It is not possible for me to place O here, so I'll try to bring O here. Correct? Next information. What is the next information? E is sitting second to the right of E. Very easy. Correct? Right. E is sitting second to the right of I. Second to the right of I. Second to the right of I. This is the way I'm going to write it down, so that by just observing this information, I'm just going to solve my entire arrangement. In examination also, do not refer to your monitor again and again. Whatever information you have read, you try to place that information, even though it is not possible for you to write down in the arrangement. You take that information and try to place it on your paper, so that without observing your monitor again and again, you can use this information and solve your arrangement. Now I is a second right, I have to bring whom? E. But there is a condition clearly given saying that E is not sitting at the corner. There is a negative information related to E stating that E cannot come at the corner, it seems. Okay, so now this is a vacant position, vacant position, vacant position. Three vacant positions are there. Now if I bring I at this particular position, or in between R and D, this corner position, second right is not vacant to bring E. So this is ruled out. Now if I bring I here, okay, towards the immediate right of T, or in between T and G, if I bring I here, second right is vacant, but you are going to violate the given information. What is it? E cannot come at the corner, but you are allowing E to sit at the corner. So this is also gone. Now if I bring I at this particular position in between N and G, there is no vacant side, so that is why whatever seating arrangement we have done is completely wrong. Wrong means, it doesn't mean this is entirely wrong. The only violation we have done here is E cannot come at the corner. So E should be definitely coming at side only. Side means either width or length, you can call it as a side. Now what is that I am going to do here is, for one place going towards the right, that is the way I am going to arrange. You may ask me, sir, why are you going and arranging them towards the right side only? Why not towards the left side? Very simple. The first line itself is clearly mentioning, D is sitting at one of the lengths of the table. So it means D cannot come at the corner, so I have to allow this person to move towards the right side. Okay, let me just draw the rectangle, next possibility, rectangular table. So now let us observe the second possibility. I have got this information already. I can remember the complete information, and we have got our possibility case number 1 over here. By just observing this information also, we can solve our possibility case number 2. What we are doing here is, we are just moving each and every person towards their right side, one place away. Correct? Now instead of placing D over here, I'll try to bring D at this particular position. D should be staying immediate left of T, or immediate right of D, I have to bring T. Correct? E is opposite to N. correct? So they are going to settle down at the corners. Next, what is it? N's second left I have to bring G. Second left I have to bring G. So G and D are now going to sit opposite to each other. And what is another information you remember? In between G and as well as U, there are two persons in between them. So two persons, it is mentioning 1 and 2, immediate right of N is vacant. 1 and 2, no, it is not vacant. So I have to bring U here. And the another information, U's second right I have to bring R, correct? I hope you remember this information. Use second right, first right and second right. I have to bring whom here? R, correct? R should be, or O should be a neighbor of R, but it cannot be a neighbor of D. It is clearly mentioned that O should be becoming a neighbor of R. Neighbor means what? Immediate right or immediate left. Immediate right is not available, so I have to bring O at this particular position, correct? Next one, what is the next information? We already got this information over here. I's second right I have to bring E. Second right, now this is not at all vacant positions. Now if I bring I second right, is it possible? No. Now if I place I at the corner, see, E cannot come at the corner. It is never mentioned I cannot come at the corner. E is not allowed to sit at the corner. So I's second right I have to bring whom? E. Clear? Right. And who is the only person left over? F. So that person is going to come opposite to U. Now you may wonder, sir, how did you remember the entire information? Please do remember only very simple. Whatever work we have done earlier, we are moving each and every person towards the right side, correct? We are not doing anything much more than that. So I have made each and every person to move towards the right side. So I've got my arrangement. So this is your arrangement 1. So I hope you understood this information. This is arrangement 1. Let's move on to the arrangement 2. So let us check out the second arrangement. Based on the information given above or earlier, every person is going to be seated facing towards the center, and I have placed every person facing towards the center along with the sides. Now let's move forward and try to understand the arrangement 2. The person who was sitting exactly opposite to you in arrangement 1. So it is mentioning, it is definitely related to your arrangement 1. He is not going to give you the name, he is not going to reveal the name of the person, because you may have the idea of arrangement 1 as well. So that is why he clearly saying you the person who is sitting exactly opposite to you. If you observe who is actually seated opposite to you, let's observe here who is actually opposite to you. F. F is the person actually seated opposite to you in the arrangement 1, sits at the corner in this arrangement. In this arrangement means second arrangement, this person is going to come and sit at the corner. So let us try to place that person at the corner. Now can I allow him at this particular position? Yes. Why did I choose that particular position? Again, very simple strategy to understand my left side and right side very comfortably, nothing more than that. Now let's move forward with the information. The person sitting to the immediate left of O in arrangement 1 sits immediate left to this person along the width of the table. So now tell me who is actually seated immediate left of O in arrangement 1. Immediate left of O, who is actually seated? U is the person seated. So they are trying to say about U sits immediate left to this person. What do you mean by this person? They don't want to reveal the name. Your examiner is not revealing the name who actually you placed in the arrangement 2 as a person. In the first line we have placed a person. Who is that person? F. F we have placed at the corner. So this information is actually indicating to F. Instead of saying U, F or any other letter, he is using a keyword saying that this person along the width of the table. So it means the person U should be sitting at the width only. The person U should be sitting at width only. So it means I have to bring U at this particular position, immediate left of U. The person sit sits immediate left to this person. This person is indicating regarding whom? F here. Immediate left of F, I have to bring U along the width of the table. Obviously this is the width of the table. I have brought him over here. Correct? Let us move forward. I hope I am clear. Now the next three sits clockwise. What do you mean by clockwise over here? This is the clockwise. Whatever you see towards your right side, it is going to be called as what? A clockwise. So the next three sits clockwise are filled by three persons, okay, sitting at the length of the arrangement 1. So please remember, we are going to bring those persons. Who are those persons we are going to bring? We are going to bring three persons. Length of the persons, you see, R, D, E, G. These four persons are actually seated at length of the rectangle. Length of the rectangle. R, D, E, G are the persons. Now it is mentioning as that clockwise from the first person sitting at the corner, a 5-letter meaningful word is formed. So if you pick up these four persons and try to use by using F and U from the corner, so please observe here, from here you are going to receive a 5-letter English meaningful word by using the persons who are actually at the length of the arrangement 1. So R, D, E and G, one person is going to be excluded because we already got F and U by using three more persons. But how many persons do we have here? Four persons. So one person is definitely going to be ruled out. By using those particular three persons, you can actually form an English meaningful word, it seems. You can actually form a English meaningful word, it seems, in the clockwise manner. So it says the three seats clockwise are filled by three persons. But how many we got? Four persons. So seated at the length of the arrangement 1 such that clockwise from the first person sitting at the corner, a 5-letter meaningful word is formed. So from here, this corner, you are going to see a 5-letter English meaningful word. But if you move forward and observe, the person who was sitting second to the right of you in arrangement 1 is not part of this 5-letter word. Now let us see who is second to the right of you in the arrangement 1. Who is that person? R. So R is going to be excluded from these four particular persons. We are supposed to consider from the length of the persons, length of the rectangle, we are going to consider the persons. So now R is excluded from this particular word. So now if you remove R, who are the persons we have got here? D, E, G. What is a meaningful word can be formed by F and U? It is fudge. F-U-D-G-E. Fudge is a English meaningful word. What do you mean by a fudge? It's a sweet chocolate fudge. You have so fudge, F-U-D-G-E. R is not included. This is an English meaningful word by using the three persons from the arrangement 1. Correct? So I've got an English meaningful word. Let's move forward. What is the next information saying? The rest of the persons are made to sit in the reverse alphabetical order. Please remember, reverse alphabetical order, clockwise, starting from the immediate left of the person whose name from last letter of the word. Whoever left over in our arrangement, they are supposed to come in the reverse alphabetical order. From what position, wherever you have stopped, from that particular position, you just have to fill up those places in the reverse alphabetical order. It is what mentioned in our arrangement 2. So let's place the persons. We know that who is the highest alphabetical order? You cannot come because it is already relieved. So I have to go from T. So T is the person is going to occupy. The next person is R. So R is going to come over here. Correct? 18th alphabet in English. And after R, I have to go with O. O is 15th letter in English. And the next person is N. N is the 14th person. in English alphabetical, and the only person left over is I. So this is the format. I have placed them according to the reverse alphabetical order as it is mentioned in our information in the arrangement 2. Let us move forward with the arrangement 3. So let us go with the arrangement 3. Now in this arrangement, 2 meaningful words of 5 letters each are formed clockwise. It is very clearly mentioning we are going to receive 2 English meaningful words of 5 letters and they are going to be formed in a clockwise direction. If at all you start from here, clockwise direction, those 2 particular words are going to be formed. Okay, that is very clear for us. Let us move forward. The person who was sitting exactly opposite to O in arrangement 2. Now we know that persons in the arrangement 2 are going to shift their places in their arrangement 3. Now they are saying us whoever is going to sit opposite to O in the arrangement 2. Okay, we are solving arrangement 3, I know that very clearly, but what is the reference? Where do you place these persons? How do you shift these persons? By obviously observing the reference of arrangement 2. So now whoever is seated opposite to O in the arrangement 2 is actually going to sit where it seems at a corner in this arrangement. So the corner position is going to be occupied by a person who is actually opposite to O. Now tell me who is opposite to O in the arrangement 2. Who is that person? D is the person is actually opposite. So now that person is going to come at the corner in the arrangement 3. He forms the first letter of the first word. Okay, now this is the first letter. So D is the first letter. He is going to form an English meaningful word. We do not know as of now what is it. Next, O sits to his immediate left. There is no confusion. There is no problem at all. Straight away he gave us a name saying that O is going to be seated immediate left of this particular person. Now tell me, immediate left of this person is going to be here, and who is the person going to come? O. Clear. Let us move forward. Let's observe here. The next 3 letters clockwise respectively are the names of the persons who were sitting exactly opposite to E, R and F in arrangement 2. Now if you understand this information, again this is going to be very clear. See, after D and O, 3 persons should come or 3 letters should come so that you can form a English meaningful word of 5 letters. Correct? Of 5 letters, an English meaningful word is going to be formed over here by using 3 particular persons. Now who are that persons who exactly we are supposed to consider from the arrangement 2? Right, now it is mentioning exactly opposite to E, R and F in arrangement 2 respectively. He gave us a keyword called what? Respectively. So it means you need to follow the same order. You cannot change the order, you cannot change the persons, it seems. So whoever is opposite to E is going to be the 3rd person, opposite to R 4th person, and opposite to T is going to become as 5th person. Do not change the order because he gave us a clearly a word says what? Respectively. Now let's observe who is that person going to come. Let's see. Now tell me who is the opposite to E? It is N. And who is opposite to R? It is U. And who is opposite to F? It is T. So we are going to consider those 3 persons. Who are those persons? N, U, T. Nut is the 3 persons we are going to consider. We already got 2 persons over here. Correct? And the other 3 keywords are going to be N, U, T. N, U, T are the persons who are opposite to E, F and as well as E, R and F. So did we receive an English meaningful word? Yes, donut is an English meaningful word. If at all you are a foodie, then you will understand what exactly you mean by a donut. Donut is nothing but a soft bun. Donut is an English meaningful word. Now the another English meaningful word is going to be here, and it is also going to have 5 letters. Let us observe what are they. Now, what is the next information? O is not sitting at the width. What is it saying? O is not sitting at the width. But we have placed that person O at the width only. So I'm going to change the positions of the persons. So let's place that person over here, D O N U T. So we have got that person very clearly. O cannot come at the width, so I have brought that person at the length. Okay, D should be sitting definitely at the corner. Okay, very good. Now let's see, the first letter of the next word is the first letter of the next word is the name of the person who was sitting exactly opposite to I in arrangement 2. So now we are going to take another person starting from over here. I should start from here only, because clockwise 2 words are formed is given in the first line itself only. So I must start from here only. Now who is seated exactly opposite to I in arrangement 2? Let us observe here. Who is seated exactly opposite to I? It is G. G is the person. Now we are going to write down G at this particular position. Correct? Now what is the next information? Let us see the next information. The last letter of the second word. Okay, they are talking about the last letter. Last letter means it is going to come at this particular position. I do not know what is that letter, but it is mentioning the last letter of the second word is the name of the person who is sitting second to the right of D in arrangement 2. Now if you observe the arrangement 2, this is your arrangement 2. Second to the right of D. Who is that person? F. Now it means F is going to come at this particular position. F is going to come at this particular position because it becomes the last letter of the word. If you observe the leftover persons, who are the leftover persons? We have R, E, I. Correct? Now when you are good with your English vocab, then immediately you can identify what is the word we are missing. So what is the word? Grief. Grief is also English meaningful word. Now this second word is also formed. So please observe here, donut is the first set of word, grief is the second set of English meaningful word. It actually formed in the arrangement 3. Let us observe here what is the question saying. Who among the following is sitting at the width in the final arrangement? Now this is the third arrangement, final arrangement. Now who is sitting at the width? F and as well as T, correct? But do you see T in the option? No. That is why your answer becomes what? F. F is your answer. Let's move forward with the next question. How many persons are sitting in between N and R to the right of N? Okay, in the final arrangement. Now right of N, in between N and as well as R, how many persons are there? Definitely how many persons? 5 persons are there. So your option is A, more than 3. More than 3 is your answer. Am I clear? Let's observe the next question. The next question says, who is sitting immediate left of F in the final arrangement? Now immediate left of F, who is actually seated immediate left of F? It is D. That's your option number A. So let's see the last question over here. 4 of the following 5 are alike in a certain way when their seats in arrangement 2 are considered. Find out odd pair out. So this is nothing but odd man out. But now this question is asked from the point of arrangement 2. So let us see the arrangement 2 so that you can understand it better. So this is our arrangement 2. Okay. So in this arrangement 2, N and D, how do you see N and D? N and D are actually opposite to each other. Okay. Next, I and F. I and F are also not opposite. Okay. I is over here and F is left side of I. So in between A and B, 1 is going to be your answer for sure. U and R are actually opposite. O and D are opposite, and G and I are also opposite. So your answer is definitely I and F. Rest of them all are actually having opposite to each other, but I and F are immediate neighbors. So that becomes your answer as odd man out. So guys, I hope you understood today's session. So this is all regarding your high level rectangular arrangement. We have got 3 different arrangements. We have got 3 different places of persons. Okay, they are shifting their positions from arrangement to arrangement. If at all you got any doubt, you please try to do a comment in our comment box. And thank you for listening.